Xue Xue had her parents, fiancé, and even her life taken away by a girl in her past life. Now, in her reincarnated state, she is about to face this doll-like girl once again. Several luxury cars parked outside the Compassion Orphanage. Xue Xue's mother, Yunru, stepped out of one of the cars, welcomed by the obsequious director of the orphanage. Yunru glanced at the children present, each holding flowers and signs of welcome, all displaying an age-inappropriate mix of anticipation and dread in their eyes. Her gaze fell upon one little girl, resembling a doll with her extraordinary beauty. Especially captivating were the girl's admiring eyes and cautious smile, enough to draw anyone toward her. Meanwhile, Xue Xue sat in a classroom, lost in thought as she gazed out the window. In her previous life, her rebelliousness led her mother to impulsively adopt Xue Rou, who appeared docile but was actually malicious. It was an attempt to set an example for Xue Xue. But now, in this life where she had become so obedient, would her mother make the same choice? Xue Xue smiled faintly, eagerly anticipating how events would unfold. After school, the Norton Business School was bustling. The driver, Uncle Chen, was already waiting at the entrance, observing Xue Xue's cheerful mood and couldn't resist asking, "Miss, something exciting happened today?" Xue Xue beamed, "Yes, I'm looking forward to something that's about to happen." She was anticipating the arrival of her good little sister. Upon arriving home, she noticed the butler and servants waiting at the door. "Miss, welcome home," they greeted. Observing the household, she felt a bit disappointed, not finding the figure she anticipated. The butler hurriedly explained, "Madam hasn't returned home today." "Ah, I see. Then I'll go upstairs first," Xue Xue thought, deciding to wait a bit longer. The maids couldn't help but feel moved. This beautiful and gentle young lady seemed like an angel. The reason they hadn't noticed this kindness before might be because Xue Xue had usually resided with the Master Xue, returning home occasionally with an aloof demeanor, not getting close to everyone. Hearing the sound of a car engine turning off and the door opening, a smile flickered across Xue Xue's face. "Madam, welcome." The butler's voice abruptly ceased, as if stunned. His gaze shifted to the doll-like girl beside Yunru, who seemed somewhat scared and shy, hiding behind her. Perplexed, he inquired, "Who is this?" Yunru replied, "She's Xiao Rou, raised in the orphanage. I think she's quite pitiful, so I brought her home." Yunru rarely showed kindness. But this time, for some reason, she wanted to adopt this little girl. However, she already regretted the impulsive decision. Yet, witnessing the girl's timid behavior and the way she held Yunru's finger earlier, Yunru's limited motherly instincts flooded back. At this moment, Xue Xue descended the steps slowly. The girl behind Yunru lowered her head, concealing her envy and resentment. She thought to herself, "This is the real rich heiress, but it's okay. Just a little more waiting, and this grand mansion, the title of the Xue family heiress, everything will be mine. I've been groomed as a useful tool since childhood and won't lose to this ignorant heiress." Thinking this way, she looked up, pretending to be frightened, and cried out to Xue Xue, "Sister," as though Xue Xue were some sort of monster. What great acting! Xue Xue chuckled lightly, then wondered how she would deal with this pretense of a weak younger sister.